There's something about small, local oval tracks, and that's something exemplified when the track is half run down and when you can feel the history of it being past its prime. Today we're talking about the Sanair Super Speedway in St. Pete, Quebec, which is about an hour east of Montreal. As you might have picked up at the beginning, there is a short oval track on the compounds, but not only that. As of 2025, there is the short oval, the drag strip, the road course that combines the two, the tri-oval, and the roval layout. The Motorsport Park was started with a quarter-mile drag strip and joined a year later by a short third-mile oval. Funnily enough, the first road course was stitched together out of necessity for a Formula Ford race that joined both the oval and the drag strip for an interesting layout that is one of the two still used to this day. In 1983, the main attraction opened, the 0.826 mile tri-oval. Yes, I know the Super Speedway name might be a bit out of place considering its size, but anyway, let's look at the three more interesting layouts. The first road course, which is 1.3 miles long, isn't particularly interesting on paper, but it is really fun to drive around in modded street cars. It's pretty much 90-degree corners all around, other than at the end of the main straight. In between T3 and T4, there is a slight dip in the road, which I guess we can count as a slight elevation change. It hasn't really changed through the years, other than the tarmac getting old, like pretty old. You can see the cracks in the asphalt on Google Maps. Interesting stuff raced on this layout, like the Trans Am series and, on rare occasions, Formula Atlantics. I won't spend too much time talking about the drag strip. It's the classic quarter mile, and it used to host the first national NHRA event outside of the US, thus making it international, I guess, the Le Grand Nationals Molson. Sadly, it was forced to stop when Canada outlawed leaded race fuel in 1992, which is really a shame. The event was legit. It had all the big classes like Top Fuel and Funny Cars, and the parking lot was chock full, which is stark contrast to today's situation, and which is to this day a really unusual sight for a motorsport event in the province. Sanair was a legit drag strip. Funny enough, the 1990 edition ended on a Monday morning due to the absence of lights down the track, meaning the finals couldn't be finished on Sunday night. And it's funny to look at archive footage where the stands are completely empty behind the celebrating teams. The main attraction, the Super Speedway, is a typical triangular oval layout and is to this day the largest oval in Canada. The banking isn't ridiculous by any means, and the corners all have slightly different radii. From what I could find, no legit racing series ever used the newest roval layout. Having no official info on this, I'm 95% sure the infield part was added between 2017 and 2018 based off of multiple YouTube videos of dash cams and stuff. The Tri-Oval has had its share of interesting and legit events as well. It hosted the NASCAR North Series, the Can-Am Series, and yes, that Can-Am, although by 1987 the cars weren't the coffin on wheels they used to be, the ACT Tour, and most notably and really impressively, the Kart IndyCar World Series.
This is Sanair Super Speedway, located 75 kilometers.
It's still crazy to me to think that such a big and important series came to the small town of St. Pete for a short 3 years. Sadly, the track is mostly known for Rick Mears' nearly career-ending 1984 crash into the inside wall, a wall that was prior to this a simple guardrail similar to the ones you could find on the side of the road. From 1985 on, the wall was replaced for a concrete one. It's really sad to see the state of the track these days, especially after looking through its history during my research for this video. I think it used to hang with the big boys to now being a rundown track, relegated to host Friday night drag events and drag days throughout the year, really makes me sad. Looking at the 1984 kart IndyCar schedule was probably the hardest and most emotional part as a self-declared motorsport devotee. Seeing the lowly Sanair Super Speedway, surrounded by legendary tracks I've dreamed of my entire life like Road America, Laguna Seca, Mid-Ohio, and others like Indianapolis Motor Speedway for example. I guess it's in our nature to root for the underdog, and yet for a short while, Sanair was known internationally and it was a part of that big boy club. As you might have seen in the past video of mine, I've had the pleasure to race on the storied Tri-Oval, and far gone are the glory days of the tarmac. Sure, the infield extension added around 2018 is still in great condition, but the grooves of the Tri-Oval are slowly but surely getting erased by splits and cracks, the same grooves that were graced by the likes of both Al Unsers, Mario Andretti, and Emerson Fittipaldi. If I'm honest, the future of the track isn't looking too bright, so I'll try to enjoy it while it's still here, and I hope the organization will prove me wrong.